This next video, Joe Biden and voting rights. I told people this was coming. Well, guess what? It's on our doorstep. Chuck Schumer. Matter of fact, I think he's wanting to do something as early as today on that. On trying to change the filibuster so he can do the voting rights without Kyrsten Sinema and without Joe Manchin. Yeah, now that's gonna be a tough one to do, but it's a snaky son of a bitch. Gotta watch it. But let's talk about Joe Biden. You went down there to Georgia today, and people didn't want you down there. You politicized Georgia enough. The only way the Democrats are going to stay in party is if you get that filibuster changed and you get the voting rights changed in all the states. It's just like you take voter ID. You got to have ID to get a pack of cigarettes. You got to have an ID to rent an apartment. You got to have an ID to buy a house. You got to have an ID to do damn near about anything, including voting in most states. But that's a state's decision. Don't take their rights away from them. Don't take them away from us. Yeah, I listened to some of your speech today. Yeah, about inequality in voting rights 100 years ago. You're correct. Then you got to talking about George Wallace. Oh my God. That's been so long ago. Only old people like me are going to know who you're talking about. If you're, 35, 40 years old, who's George Wallace? They don't know about nothing like that. Because every damn thing you mentioned, voting rights wise, over the last 40 to 50 years, has been changed. The only other thing that had changed was the 2020 election during the pandemic. Which even during the first freaking pandemic in the early 1900s, they did not change anything about how you vote. Leave the filibuster alone. Leave the voting rights alone. Know why you're at it. A lot of people don't know this. When the Attorney General Garland put out that memo about the parents being terrorists, domestic terrorists. You know, they had the hearings and there was all the big uproar, then everything sort of smoothed down. He never took the memo away. They're still doing it. Matter of fact, set up a whole damn task force just for that. People need to look into this stuff. See what they're doing. Check it out. You ain't got to believe me. Check it out. Don't help. I can just point you in the right direction. Where to look. I know the government. I worked for them a long time. I've never seen them so. They always overreach. But I've never seen them overreach to the extent that they do now. It's outrageous. Flat pathetic. Oh, and you people who are wondering about the test kits. There was like, I want to say $80 billion for those test kits. And you wonder why, we ain't got none. The reason you don't have any is because the money that was allocated for that was spent down there on the southern border, flying everybody every damn where, giving them money, putting them on buses, the whole 9 yards. That's where the money went. So if you want to check, that's why you look. You may want to look at that deal with Dr. Fauci and PETA about trying to make monkeys transgender so they could study HIV. That's another $205,000 for that. Phew. And Joe Biden, you campaigned on a lot of things, and you come up with a very diverse cabinet. You said you were going to have a diverse cabinet. Well, you got a diverse cabinet. What good have they done? Name me one who's done anything worth a damn for this country. Just one. You got white, black, gay, Hispanic. Who have you not got? You covered all the bases, checked all the boxes. Yay. All the way down to your vice president. You need to clean house. Because I guarantee you, if you do not clean up your house, the American people are going to clean up your house, and they're going to start November the 8th. Because you know as good as I do, once you lose the House or the Senate, your presidency days are done. And then the real investigations are going to start, and we're going to find out where all the chips lie. Because, see, this is the thing. Y'all haven't done a good job of covering your ass. And time will tell on that, too. Damn near, I'd say 95% of the things I've said on these videos, if you check, you'll find them to be true. I'm not trying to push an agenda on anybody. Stating the facts. Simple. If you like what I'm doing, hit the like button. If you don't like it, hey, hit the dislike button. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. Because every time they do something stupid, I don't care how tired I am or what I got going on, I'm going to be putting out a video to call them out. Now, I don't give a damn if it's Democrat, Republican, Independent. Don't care. Because somebody has got to bring some sense back to the world.